Yang berbahagia, Tan Sri Dr. Zeti Aziz, Group Chairman of Pemodalan Nasional Berhad PNB. Yang berbahagia, Encik Ahmad Zulkarnain On, President and Group Chief Executive of PNB. Yang berbahagia, Dr. Abdul Farid alias Group President and Chief Executive Officer of Maybank. Mr. George Lucas, Managing Director of Race Invest Australia Limited, who is joining us virtually from Sydney, Australia. Distinguished guests, members of the media, and those who are following this event through our social media platforms. Ladies and gentlemen, Assalamualaikum, a very good morning, dan salam sejahtera. On behalf of PNB, I bid you a warm welcome to the launch of RACE, Malaysia's first micro-investing mobile application. Bagi pihak PNB, saya mengucapkan selamat datang dan selamat mengikuti majlis pelancaran RACE, aplikasi mudah alih pelaburan mikro pertama di Malaysia. Culture, technology, innovation, excellence. These are the elements at the forefront of PNB's organizational transformation journey, propelling us to achieve our goal of becoming a world-class investment institution. Hadirin sekalian, untuk memulakan majlis, saya dengan segala hormatnya mempersilakan Yang Berbahagia Tan Sri Dr. Zeti Aziz, pengerusi kumpulan PNB untuk menyampaikan ucapan beliau. Dipersilakan Yang Berbahagia Tan Sri.
Distinguished guests, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, and George Lucas joining us from Sydney. Assalamualaikum, salam sejahtera, and good morning to everyone. First of all, thank you for joining us at this virtual event. The initiative that we are launching today is yet another new milestone in PNB's digital transformation journey. Ladies and gentlemen, PNB's digitalization drive began in 2017 when we launched the My ASNB portal to enable online transactions. Since then, we have progressively added more facilities to enhance our unit holders' experience. In 2019, the My ASNB mobile app was introduced for those that are on the go. Today, we are launching yet another initiative that relies on the digital experience to encourage savings and investments. Tuan-tuan dan puan-puan sekalian, kepentingan pemegang-pemegang unit adalah keutamaan kami, dan PNB akan terus mempertingkatkan tahap perkhidmatan dan akan memperkenalkan pelbagai kemudahan baru untuk manfaat anda semua. Selain daripada transaksi yang sudah telah dilaksanakan melalui My ASNB portal atau app, pada hari ini PNB akan memperkenalkan satu lagi kemudahan untuk menggalakkan rakyat Malaysia membuat simpanan dan melabur. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm pleased to announce the establishment of a joint venture between our wholly owned subsidiary, Jewel Digital Ventures Sendirian Berhad, and Race Invest Australia Limited, Australia's largest mobile-first financial services platform. The joint venture has culminated with the launch of Race Malaysia. Allow me to briefly share with you the story of how this initiative came about. It all began when one of our young talents, Isham, pitched this idea at the annual PNB Innovation Challenge. His proposal was to develop a mobile application that would automatically invest spare change from our daily purchases. I'm truly delighted that this exciting idea has now materialized into a mobile app that has tremendous potential to bring benefit to the public at large. We are indeed pleased to collaborate with Race Invest Australia. Aided by their experience and expertise, this innovative race app is now available to all Malaysians. More than 90% of Malaysians now use the smartphone, which means that almost anyone could start savings in this manner. These incremental savings will then be invested to generate returns. In essence, it is for the convenience of enabling our spare change to be invested. To facilitate this, Race Malaysia has entered into an exclusive partnership with Maybank in the initial stage of its operations. Tuan-tuan dan puan-puan sekalian, seperti kata peribahasa Melayu, sikit-sikit, lama-lama jadi bukit. Namun dengan perkembangan teknologi, dahulunya barangkali kita menyimpan dalam tabung, tapi kini segalanya lebih mudah dengan Race. We thank our unit holders for their continued trust in us as the custodian of their wealth, and we look forward to welcoming more investors to be part of this exciting Malaysia's first ever investing app, Race. Thank you.
Thank you Yang Berbahagia Tan Sri. Hadirin sekalian, kini majlis mempersilakan Encik Ahmad Zulkarnain On, Presiden dan Ketua Eksekutif Kumpulan PNB untuk menyampaikan ucapan. Dipersilakan Encik Zul.
Thank you, Aiman. Assalamualaikum and good morning. Yang Berbahagia Tan Sri Dr. Zeti Aziz, Group Chairman Permodalan Nasional Berhad, Yang Berbahagia Dato' Abdul Farid Alias, Group President and CEO of Maybank, and good afternoon to our friend George Lucas, CEO of Race, who is in Sydney today. Thank you for joining us virtually. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to all who are following us online, especially members of the media. As a new recruit to the PNB family, I must say it is very encouraging and inspiring to celebrate this milestone today, despite the challenges of the past few months. The credit surely goes to Tan Sri Zeti for having the foresight to ensure that Race remains a top priority, and also to the team for their hard work in making this a reality. Thank you, Tan Sri, and thank you, ID and his team. I would also like to thank the Securities Commission of Malaysia and our partner Maybank for facilitating this journey of ours in introducing Malaysia's first ever spare change investing app. As we can see, fintech has come a long way over the past decade. It has altered the financial services industry landscape everywhere. Businesses and consumers are increasingly embracing the technology of digital payment, mobile wallet, robo-advisors, and many others. For an institution with a vision of becoming a distinctive world-class investment house, we are excited to embrace these cutting-edge technologies and to be at the forefront of this technological adoption. Saya berbesar hati apabila dimaklumkan bahawa PNB sememangnya telah bergerak seiring dengan perubahan ini melalui kemudahan portal dan aplikasi MyASNB seperti yang diterangkan oleh Yang Berbahagia Tan Sri sebentar tadi. Moving forward, our overall digital business strategy aims to delve deeper into the world of fintech, we aim to crystallize our commitment on this through dual digital ventures. JDV's mission is clear: to explore, to incubate, and to grow new innovations in the fintech and digital space to help drive wealth creation for all Malaysians. Together with our friends from Raise Invest Australia, we are pleased to introduce to you the Raise Malaysia app. Through Raise, PNB is making it even more effortless for all Malaysians to begin the savings habit. The Raise app utilizes our virtual spare change from rounding up everyday purchases to proactively invest into ASNB's variable price funds based on a personalized investment portfolio. It is a unique way for users to make the most of every cent they spend by adopting the concept of savings through spending. Apart from this roundup investment, our users can also choose to invest using lump sum investments as well as make recurring investments. As mentioned earlier by Yang Berbahagia Tan Sri, the old adage, sikit-sikit, lama-lama jadi bukit, encapsulates what investing through Raise is all about. With this digital value proposition, we saw the potential for Raise to be the gateway for anyone who is interested to start investing. This idea resonates very well with PNB's mission of empowering and encouraging all Malaysians to be more financially prudent. It is also a natural evolution of PNB's outreach initiative to ensure our unit trust products will be easily accessible for all Malaysians. RM10 yang dahulunya hanya boleh dilaburkan melalui rangkaian ejen dan pejabat pos telah melalui fasa evolusi di mana kemudahannya ditingkatkan pula menerusi perbankan internet dan seterusnya melalui portal dan aplikasi MyASNB. Terkini, melalui Raise, orang ramai boleh berbelanja dan melabur dengan lebih mudah. I'm happy to share that downloads for the app, since it was made available to users on the 1st of June, have amounted to more than 15,000 sign-ups and growing in just over a month. I'm confident that the team will be able to exponentially expand from this strong momentum. With our exclusive partnership with Maybank, we have ensured the highest level of security for all of our investors. We soon expect to welcome more partners from other banks to be part of the Raise family. Ladies and gentlemen, before I make way for George, I would like to once again thank everyone who have made this launch a reality. We look forward to embracing this change and technology with all of you through Raise, and we are pleased to share with you on the journey of how Raise came to be through this next video. Thank you very much.
I don't like keeping coins. Usually they will end up somewhere in the car or even in the washing machine. People don't really care about small change. They don't really realize the impact that it could bring. If you've heard the story about 1 cent thief, sikit-sikit, lama-lama jadi bukit, and how he became really rich, that's exactly it. So I started looking for ways to turn this into reality. I met people, I explore, but the more I do it, the more I think PNB is the best fit for this. You know, we lower down the investment amount by quite a significant value. By doing just that, we help more people to invest. We help to promote financial inclusion, so that is exactly aligned with PNB's mandate. So when PNB organized the first PIC in 2017, I thought what could be a better way to realize this idea. So we entered the competition and Alhamdulillah, we won. So that was when I started to think, hey, this is really happening and I got to plan it well.
I love the idea. It is not something that we normally do. It is within the mandate that we have in PNB. It allows the younger generation to have access to investment instruments, not that expensive way to invest. It is basically the young people like to have coffee. And while they were spending money on coffee, we are teaching them how to also invest. It's a perfect idea for the younger generation to start learning about investment.
I know for the fact when I first muted the idea, this is new. New in every aspect, from the business plan, the target market, the technology, operational workflow, even in the investment structure, they are all new. So among the early challenge was to convince PNB management that this could be part of PNB's digital business strategy, about reimagining our current business process.
RAISE is the game changer. When we built our PNB digital business strategy, we know we needed something unique, not the typical robo-advisory platform out there. So when you can invest while you spend, we know that is something definitely what we're looking for. It resonates well with our 14 million unit holders and can attract more to join, especially the digital generation.
As a startup, it is in need of capital infusion, and the grant that we want is not enough. And also the investment structure that we propose is not of the typical structure. So we need to convince PNB management that this is investing in a business with not just profit in mind. It is beyond that. Responsibility to make sure that all people are served.
This particular investment was done primarily in support of PNB's strategic objective. The main drive was to invest in a tool that enables a wider group of fellow Malaysians to save and invest easier and more consistently.
I know we are accessing to a new market, so I will need access to new knowledge, new expertise, access to great resources, especially technology. That was when I approached Mr. Walter Crotendon of Aircons US and Mr. Josh Lucas of Aircons Australia, which is now RAISE, to convince them to contribute their resources and expertise here in Malaysia.
RAISE got introed into PNB through our joint venture partner at the time in the US. ID had contacted them. They in turn passed the contact on to me, and I followed up with ID. I first met ID in Singapore at a fintech conference. ID had flown down from KL. A few months later, I was invited by the SC to go present at a fintech conference that they were holding up in KL. And then I spent a lot of time after that conference discussing with the SC the possibility of bringing RAISE into the Malaysian market. Malaysia and the relationship with PNB is very important to expansion through Southeast Asia. One of the things that has surprised me is how aspirational Malaysians are, how keen they are to learn about new ideas. RAISE is a very aspirational product, and we look forward to delivering RAISE into the Malaysian market.
When I wanted to set up the team, I got to make sure I got the right people on the right bus, especially when they have to pass the regulatory screening process too. Scouting around for people that fits that requirement are not an easy job, made even more difficult for startup like RAISE.
So basically what attracted me the most is the social impact of the business, especially how it contributes to financial inclusion through fintech and the meaningful impact it could potentially create.
I would like to describe it using an analogy of construction of a highway. It's a big project. It requires you to know the beginning to the end of the highway as well as surrounding areas of the highway. It's disruptive to the market, but the outcome contributes public at large.
So yeah, allowing everyone access to the capital market is definitely a great thing. So I think that is worth taking the risk to join RAISE.
My hope for RAISE Malaysia, it will continue to innovate, to simplify and demystify savings and investing process so that it can bring impact to more people from all walks of life, especially the young Malaysians, to help them to overcome that mental barrier that I just don't have enough money to invest, and make investing accessible for everyone.
Thank you, Encik Zul, for that riveting background on RAISE and for that very informative video. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to welcome our Australian partner who is joining us virtually today all the way from the land down under. Please welcome Mr. George Lucas.
Good morning, everyone. Tansi Dr. Zeti Aziz, Group Chairman, PNB, Mr. Zulon, President and Group Chief Executive, PNB, Dr. Farid, Group President and Chief Executive Officer, Maybank, distinguished guests, members of the media. Let me start by thanking Mr. Zulon for those kind and inspiring words. We too are extremely excited about being involved in a joint venture that has a noble goal of encouraging Malaysians from all walks of life to use financial technology to save and invest. He's right. He rightly says technology is something we should embrace, and we could not agree more. The initial numbers are very encouraging, and we share his firm belief that growth will be exponential. When we first introduced the Raise app into the Australian market in 2016, we were surprised by its instant appeal, especially among young people who still comprise most of our active customers. The fact it was technology-driven only made it more popular. The continued growth we have seen in Australia, even during the difficult past 6 months because of COVID, has aptly demonstrated the relevance of Raise to savers and investors. What's often not realised is that the Raise software is a complete fund management solution, with the Raise app only being the tip of the iceberg. It runs a fund management registry, administration, operations, 360-degree view of customer service, and investor communications, not only through the Raise app, but also via regular email updates and PDF statements. The Raise app, which runs on both Apple and Android, allows our customers to sign up to our service and be KYC completely online, to manage their investment portfolios, and with a couple of swipes to withdraw their money without penalty. Our Roundup feature, allowing customers to save automatically in the background of their lives by investing their virtual spare change, has deserved a global reputation. Because of this track record, it didn't take us long to realise that this fintech model would appeal to our neighbours in Southeast Asia. So the journey began, first in Indonesia, where we've been operating since 2019, and now in Malaysia, where we have been extremely fortunate to work with PNB. Let me assure you, coming to another country to offer a new fintech product is a challenge, and one that can only be achieved if you find the right partner. And we have done that. Every step of the way, PNB has given sage advice, opened doors, and when necessary, rekindled our enthusiasm to ensure our mutual shared ambition of enhancing the savings and investing opportunities of all Malaysians. So allow me to publicly thank our partners for making this journey an exciting and rewarding experience. Certainly, the awarding of this license would not have happened without you. I would also like to add my voice of gratitude being shown to the Securities Commission of Malaysia for its positive role in facilitating the awarding of the license, as well as Maybank, which, with customer consent, provides the payment gateway and transactional information as they spend on their debit cards. Ladies and gentlemen, an exciting future awaits Raise Malaysia. We envisage customers setting up recurring investments, investing 5 ringgit a week or a month, in short, having a savings plan. Customers quickly appreciate that they can save and invest without having a significant impact on their lifestyle due to the automation that the Raise app provides, all in the palm of their hands. So let's all make it happen. Thank you very much.
Thank you, George. Hadirin sekalian, kini tiba masanya yang dinantikan, iaitu upacara pelancaran Raise. Majlis menjemput Encik Zul dan Dato' Abdul Farid alias untuk mengiringi Tan Sri Dr. Zeti bagi menyempurnakan upacara ini. Dipersilakan. Okay, Tan Sri, in 3, 2, 1.
Dengan Raise, menyimpan dan melabur kini lebih mudah. Begini caranya. Hubungkan kad bank anda kepada akaun Raise anda. Di sinilah pelaburan anda bermula. Kemudian, berbelanjalah seperti biasa menggunakan kad bank anda. Raise akan menggenapkan setiap pembelian dan merekodkan semua amaun ini. Apabila duit baki terkumpul telah cukup, kami akan melaburkannya untuk anda. Pelaburan ini akan muncul di dalam akaun Raise anda dan lihatlah, ia bertambah dari masa ke semasa. Tetapkan juga pelaburan berkala supaya akaun anda bertambah dengan lebih cepat. Ada wang lebih, laburkan terus satu kali ke dalam akaun Raise anda pada bila-bila masa. Menyimpan dan melabur dengan lebih yakin dengan Raise. Sikit-sikit, lama-lama jadi bukit.
Demikian tadi sempurnanya pelancaran Raise. Tahniah diucapkan kepada pasukan Raise Malaysia yang diketuai oleh Encik Aidi Izhar Muhammad Khalil. Ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of the. We would like to thank Yang Berbahagia Tan Sri Dr. Zeti Aziz, Encik Ahmad Zulkarnain On, Yang Berbahagia Datuk Abdul Farid Alias, and Mr. George Lucas for gracing us with your presence today. Raise is more than a financial app. It is a tool that empowers us to take control of our financial well-being. Let us embrace change. Let us embrace technology. And more importantly, let us embrace Raise. Menyimpan lebih banyak dan melaburlah dengan Raise. Dan terima kasih kepada anda yang menonton majlis ini secara maya dan jangan lupa untuk muat turun aplikasi Raise untuk mula melabur dengan mudah. Hingga kita berjumpa lagi pada masa hadapan. Sekian, terima kasih.
One second.